What up, though? And welcome to Let's Talk Detroit Lions Talk, brought to you by Detroit Lions on the Prowl and Lions Station Unite. It's your man, Curt Steele. Today is Wednesday, Hump Day, baby. It is May 18th, 2022. On deck for the day's show. Man, we look at PFF grade for the Lions offseason. You know, I asked that question. How much Kool-Aid are you drinking with the Detroit Lions right now? And then Coach Jones discusses 3 Lion veterans that could lose those starting spots to some rookies. Woo-wee! But before we get into all that noise, it's time to bring in the rest of the crew, because the lady said he ain't losing his starting spot. He's the #1 gunner. It's my man, LL Cool Tours. What's up, my dude?
What's up, Prowl Nation, and good morning.
And y'all know who it is, man. It's the boxing pride of Jackson, Michigan. Former host of OMG, It's Lions Talk. It's my man, who?
Coach Jones. Who is Coach Mike Jones going on, Lion fans?
Let's get this thing started
right now.
Let go.
It's Detroit Lions Talk, baby.
We're going to get up, and on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Yes, sir. We in the deep. Man, y'all know who it is, man. It's your man, Curt Steele. Welcome back to the show, people. Now it's time for that ladies' pet, that men's regret. You ain't seen nothing yet, player. It's my man, LL Cool Tours, talking about what PFF had to say about the Lions offseason. What you got, my guy?
Well, thank you for that fabulous intro, my man, Curt. So, with the main topic today, we're gonna, like Curt just said, we're gonna speak about the Detroit Lions receiving an A-, bless you, from PFF's total grade. So just reading from the article, it says, between free agency and the draft, the Detroit Lions have earned top marks for using these opportunities to successfully bolster their roster through a series of strategic moves. For the most part, major changes of the 2022 roster are just about over. PFF Sam Munson used the Lions free agency and draft grades, both awarded during those periods, along with front office hirings and coaching ranks, to come up with a composite overall offseason grade. First, the Lions received an above-average grade for their free agency moves. DJ Chark represents an excellent example of the kind of gamble the team should take at receiver. He has a rare speed and physical tools that hasn't put it all together yet. Monson writes. As for the draft, Detroit scored the highest score possible, a coveted A+. Landing Aiden Hutchinson with the #2 pick is a gift the Lions must have thought was an improbable result for most of the process. Excuse me, the analyst writes. Adding he can be a cornerstone for a defense with a multitude of young talent. Combing the 2+ for other elements, combing the 2+ for other elements, the Lions came out with an A- offseason grade. The only thing Detroit really didn't do was secure a franchise quarterback. But Monson smartly points out they may have even planned for this part of the multi-year rebuild. There's no guarantee that they was ever planned at this stage, as it could have been planned to come in year 3 when everything else is already in place, he said. More great marks for the Lions offseason. Love to see it. So let's do we have anything else here? Nope. So those are good notes from the guy over at PFF. You know, I guess sometimes we don't really agree with them, but this time we'll take the compliment. Thank you for that A- and A+ and through over the draft and things like that. So what do you gentlemen think about the PFF grade for our total offseason so far?
All right, so here we go, bruh, because I got to break this thing down, man. Because, this thing itching at me a little bit. All right, so an A-, in my opinion, is a generous grade by PFF. Now, the Lions made some solid moves in free agency that didn't overspend, but let's face it, the guys they brought in are still kind of proven type players, and their contracts reflect that. For the most part, some of these guys are coming off injury. That's a lot of these guys. Now, Brad Holmes, he did get 2 bona fide stars in the first round of the draft, but again, one still needs to heal along with the other offensive player that they drafted from a major injury. Now the rest of the draft class, these guys are kind of depth selections that have to work their way to the top of the depth chart. The offseason was good. Lions have a young team. I see what they're doing. They have a young team that can grow together and can really grow together and get molded by the coaching staff. That's what they kind of want. They can mold these guys into what they want. I give them a solid B-. It's above average. I will say that. I'm not taking a dump on what they did in the offseason. It's above average, but it's not great because you still have a lot of prove-it type of entities in this offseason. From the free agent signings to the guys that we drafted later on. Josh Pascal, and then some of those guys were later in the draft. They're kind of guys that's going to have to work their way in. If you got Jameson Williams coming in, if he was healthy, okay, he's a bona fide starter day one, but he's going to have to work his way in as well. So him and then the other the tight end they brought in, these guys have to work their way in. It is not a thing where we're getting instant success coming off of this offseason. They're still prove-it. They're still depth guys. Now, these guys fit into what Dan Campbell wants as players. They're gritty. They're hard-nosed, and they're going to try to bite some kneecaps like my man LL likes to say. But
one thing,
B- for me.
Kurt, if I can interject just real quick, they did mention like with the fact that we didn't get a quarterback, but they were saying that might be a part of the plan.
Yeah, I think so.
Like they're grading our off season in I guess respects to whatever comes in the future. Like how you saying like with Jameson Williams, like he's not going to be a starter for us this year, but he's going to be whatever it is going on down the line. And so on with, like you said, with the tight end or whatever. So maybe that's why that's such a high grade.
Yeah, because it has to be on potential.
I think it's a B, solid B. Just because if you look from in-house, we did the things that we needed to do. Re-signing guys and things like that, keeping the team intact. But if you look at it from an outside perspective, we didn't really do nothing in free agency. I mean, if you're looking at it from, what Jacksonville did and what Kansas City did and, and things like that, we didn't really, Buffalo, we didn't really do all of that. You look at Denver and San Diego, that whole AFC West, like we didn't really make those type of moves. What we did was we kept our core intact and going, okay, now we can go into year 2 with this same core. So from that perspective, like Detroit Lions fans are like, oh yeah, our grade level will be different than the outsider's grade level. Mm-hmm. But as in the draft, we did pretty good in the draft. We had a top 5, top 6 draft class. So when those even out, what we didn't do in free agency and what we did do in the draft, I get a solid B with a floor of maybe an A-, but I don't think we could fall below a B for whatever happens. So I just say it's a B, man, because we did what we were supposed to do. So like the GM drafted well, and free agency we re-signed guys, and that's it, man.
Yeah, and interesting, friend of the show, Luke G of Luke G Filter, he has an interesting video out. Go over and check it out. It talks about how actually spending a lot of money in free agency generally backfires. How you guys go out and they get a lot of new pieces. So he said generally that actually backfires. Homegrown talent usually, and you're building from the ground up. You know what I'm saying? And right now, the Lions the last couple of years, we were told from the flow up. We're under Patricia, so we had nothing where to go but up on our roster. But I like some of the roster moves. They're still prove-it deals. I'm just saying, for me, it's a B-. My man Coach said give him a B. What you get him, LL? Because you ain't said what you gave us the story, but what you ain't give us what you thought. Your thoughts, man.
I honestly was trying to remember what I had, because I'd said a grade way back when we was talking about it. I would say maybe like a B plus-ish, B-, like right in a solid B, like B-, B plus-ish. We made it. Well, I'm not mad at the trade anymore. We took Pascal over some of the linebackers that were still on the board, things like that. I'm not mad at the draft at all. I'll say right at a B. I'm not that mad at this, what we did, or I should say off season, not even just the draft. I'm sorry. with the offseason, like bringing on players that, you know, can stick around for a little bit. If anything, I'm more so grading, you know, this stage in the build. So, and now that and maybe now that since I'm looking at it from that standpoint, I even give it a B plus. Just rating this stage in the build, I give it a B plus.
Okay, I feel you.
But yeah, if you guys like this content, go ahead and like this content. Share it to all of your Lions fans out there. If you see somebody wearing a Lions hat, tell them about it, man. Go ahead, bring them on to the board. We on that race to 4,000, baby. But and for today's family discussion topic, what grade would you guys give the Lions off-season so far? You've heard our grades. Give us yours. You know how we do it with the comments. We'll pick 6 of them and read them on the next show. So, Curt, what do we got next?
All right, so you know you got my doggone topic for the day. And my question to you is, how much Detroit Lions Honolulu Blue Kool-Aid are you drinking? What's in your cup right now?
All of it.
Woo-wee. The national media is singing the praises of the Lions, man. Pro Football Talk is saying the Lions got disrespected with no primetime games, saying that, man, they'll be treating us like this. And I have to agree with them on that, saying that, oh, the Lions got the prime game on Thanksgiving, so that's their prime time, and they should be happy with that. Man, they'll be playing us like that, man. We should have got a prime time game. I ain't saying that, we deserve it in whatever this, or we're entitled to whatever. But come on, man, if you give Jacksonville a national game, you can give us, and they were, they were the number 1 pick of the year. I mean, come on. Now, Mita Kimes on ESPN saying she is falling in love with the Lions because of their offseason moves and all that jazz. And y'all know Pat McAfee, he loves MCDC. He had a video saying that he can do a promo for anything and talking about that schedule as well. Now, with the easy strength of schedule, a ton of veterans returning from injury, and many outlets are calling a good rookie draft class, I must ask the question again: how much Lions Kool-Aid are you drinking right now? Now here we go. Your boy Curt gonna tell it like it is. I still feel the Lions have some talent deficiencies, especially in the linebacking core and at safety. Now the coaching staff will do what they can to get the most out of the players on the team, but sometimes effort isn't enough. You have to have the talent to match. If you ask Curt Steele, how much Kool-Aid are you drinking? So I'm gonna tell you, I got a quarter cup, not a half, not a full, not an eighth, but a quarter cup. That's just enough to taste the flavor, but not enough to get me drunk with hopium, man. I can't be doing that. This year, the Lions are still in a build. The roster is gelling at the moment. I think the Lions will improve this season, but not enough to think we'll win the division. 2023, I think we'll start making some serious noise in the division. And 2024, we will start making some noise in the NFC as a whole. But right now, your boy Curt Steele, I'm saying, man, give me about a quarter cup of Kool-Aid. That's enough to with that palate. But I ain't guzzling that crap, man. It just ain't the right time. It's only year 2 of a build. You have to give these guys, they got a 6-year contract. And if you look at the moves they're making long-term moves. The Lions are playing a long game. Brad Holmes and those guys, they're playing the long game. Futures, prove-it deals.
Right.
Man, don't be guzzling that crap down, man. You're going to get your heart broke again, and then you're going to blame the Lions because you went out there and go ahead and gulp the whole thing of Kool-Aid, and now your ass is drunk and got the hopium all in your system, in your veins and carrying on, and you're going to blame the team. Man, don't do it. What you got, LL? What you got, LL?
It can't hurt me. I'm drinking it all. But once again, in perspective of the bill, like I understand it. Like, and I'm even kind of weary, like, man, like I want him to give us some respect, but like, hey, not too much. Like, don't be a Lions fan. But I do like that people are speaking positive on us in the media for a big change. Because usually if there's any mention, it's never positive. So I like it, man. I'm drinking all the Kool-Aid, and I'm taking all the hopium. I don't give a shit. But I'm also one of them people. I don't believe that we're to the mountaintop this year. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that far gone. But I'm on it all. I'm on the blue Kool-Aid. I'm on the blue Hopium. I got the blue whatever it is, whatever the blue euphemism is we're using here. I'm on it. I'm on it all.
Okay, what you got, Coach Jones?
I got a half cup full of that blue raspberry lemonade.
Okay.
You know, I got a half full, man, just because you see what they're doing, you see what they're building. We as fans can actually see the point of the building of the team. As before in past regimes, we like, man, we don't know what the hell he doing. He's just doing whatever. So we see, you know what I'm saying? So we can see it.
Yeah.
We can, okay, I see how this is going the next year. Okay, so we're building depth on the roster instead of just doing whatever. And, you know, I give it, you know, hey, man, I got a half full, man, because I like what they're doing. And then when you start the season, you always got a chance. Especially we got basically the AFC East of the past. You know what I'm saying? That's the division we in right now. So, you know, when it comes to that, man, you know, we always got a shot, especially when you got guys that come in here and they get on one accord. That's why I don't think we'll sign anybody else. They want to get these guys on one accord when you got them moving. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you know, it's half full, man.
Okay.
Blue raspberry lemonade, baby.
All right, blue raspberry, Honolulu blue raspberry lemonade. So we got my man LL said his cup is full and run up over. And the Kool-Aid, my man Coach Joe said he about halfway full. I'm saying a quarter cup. So that's what we drinking right now. Now let us know in the comments down below, how much Kool-Aid are you drinking? You drinking a half cup, a quarter cup, a 16 cup? Are you drinking 2 cups, a double cup, a triple cup? I don't know what you're drinking, man. A triple shot of espresso. But what are you drinking for the Lions Kool-Aid right now, man? And let us know in the comments down below. You know how we do it. We're going to pick 6 of those things along with this family discussion topic. And we're going to read 6 of those comments. I really appreciate y'all stepping up. I know we didn't have any comment cards from the weekend, and we didn't have any Monday, but we had a nice selection of comment cards to read on today's show. We appreciate y'all stepping up. Let's pay some bills, man. You know what you got to do. Hey, if you want to get yourself some gear, some Lions gear, go over to fanatics.com. You see I'm rocking the 2021 Armed Forces Cup, Armed Forces Day cap over there on Fanatics. Is a new era. You know, I got to represent the Tigers as well. And it matches perfectly with my shirt from LNU shop.com. Go over, respect the roar. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, big time over there. But going back to Fanatics right now, man, you only can get yourself some gear, you know, clothes, hats, but you get accessories as well. Man, I got this iPhone case right here. Look how it matches perfectly with my blue iPhone 13, the Honolulu blue, and with the stripe iPhone case over there at fanatics.com, man. Links in the description below, along with this link for LNU shop and lionsontheprowshop.com. Go over there and get yourself some gear to represent the crew right here on the show. If you want to check us out on multiple platforms, go ahead and do it, man. Links on the screen right now. Go over, check us out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You know, we're going to post some stuff over there, man. If you want to get yourself some tasty cakes viewing, go on over to LL's Instagram page, man, and go ahead get yourself some tasty cakes over there on over there on LL's page, man.
That boy be doing it.
Man. Yeah, he do his thing over there, man. He representing, you know, that's why that's, you know, you can see why his name is LL over there on Instagram. Instagram, man. So if you want to check us out in the one-stop shop for Lions fans, go over to LNU, Lions Nation Unite. You can download the app in the Google, Android, or Apple app stores. It's a virtual hangout, the ultimate virtual hangout for Detroit Lions fans, right over there on Lions Nation Unite. And you get that link for LNU shop right there inside the link. Go ahead. My draft shirt's over there. And so you get just a ton of gear to represent the Lions, man. And, so, you know, you can hang out with Herman Moore. He be kicking it over there as well. You know, you catch it from time to time. But with all that being said, we done paid some bills, man. But now it's time for Coach Jones to say, man, your job ain't secure right now. Talking about some veterans that may lose their job coming up in this season. What you got, my man?
Yeah, so I got 3 potential veterans. This comes from an article from Fansided. There's 3, and this is not something that is written in stone. This is possibilities, you know. So keep that on your mind. But there are 3 possible replacements going on for these veterans. So the first one is offensive guard Halapaloti Vaitai. They say that he can possibly be replaced by draft pick Kevin Jarvis, who the Lions actually gave the biggest guaranteed money to. I believe he's an undrafted free agent. They gave him the biggest amount of guaranteed money. And that move would save the Lions if he got cut, post June 1st of next season or this season. It would save the Lions $7 million. Whoa. That now we know that that's Sewell's boy. So, he probably ain't going nowhere. He probably gonna live out that whole contract. But they're saying if we wanted to, Jarvis, who played some guard and tackle in college, could be his future replacement. So that's something for us to keep in mind. Also, the next guy is Deshaun Elliott. Deshaun Elliott, who we all know is always on injury reserve. Maybe it's because he goes full speed and flies around, but he always on injury reserve. So a guy who could take his job is none other than 3rd round draft pick Kirby Joseph. Kirby Joseph is kind of built in that same mold, that wrecking ball. They're somewhat of the same player. Joseph is younger, so if Joseph can adapt quickly to the NFL, there's a possibility that Kirby Joseph could be taking your spot, dog. So, we hey, I'm just saying, we got to keep that in mind. And last but not least, Alex Anzalone. And people are, it's something out there that Malcolm Rodriguez, the little bowling ball, could take his spot. That really should be in play. I don't think that Anzalone is served best as a middle linebacker. I think he's more of a will linebacker in the 4-3. So this is the more likely of the 3 scenarios. I think personally myself, it just depends, just like Kirby Joseph, how quickly he can adjust and adapt to the NFL, the speed of the game, the calls, and all those things that will really, really, really make that possible. I don't think Malcolm Rodriguez's size will matter at all. Most linebackers that are successful, middle linebackers, are 5'11" to 6'1". So, this is a very interesting take from fan-sided, man. What do you guys think about this?
All right, man, let me give my little quick thoughts on this thing. All right, like a lot of fans, I'm not sold on Anzalone playing middle linebacker either. I'm not sure that Rodriguez can take his spot, though. I think Derek Barnes is the guy to replace him as a play caller in the defense, in the middle of the defense. I think you can make Anzalone a coverage linebacker. I just think that he serves well. He can do that. That's what he did as a specialty down in New Orleans. So I think you move Anzalone to the, like you said, the will linebacker, can play some coverage. I don't think that undrafted free agent will take Big Fee's spot. I'm just be honest with you, man. He played well last season. I mean, you can't say he didn't, because he did. And his salary alone will keep him as a starter. You know what I'm saying? If he continues to play well, he continues to prove himself in camp. I don't think that the undrafted free agent, we know that, we're looking at money. But man, yeah, sometimes the cheaper option is not the better one. Now, here we go with the Deshaun Elliott, because I think this is the most interesting one, because he is a de facto starter next to Tracy Walker, just because he's a veteran. Now, he is in a camp battle because he's coming off, like you said, injury. Now, and and he'll be having that camp battle with not only Kirby Joseph, but the rest of the safeties on the team. Plus him, like you said, coming off injury is not, well for him in stating his case. I look forward to seeing the back end of the defense, how it's going to be set this offseason. But that one, the Kirby Joseph, Deshaun Elliott one is, to me, is the most interesting, just because of the fact that people say, "Oh, Elliott's going to be the starter." Hey, first of all, nobody in the building knows him, so he would have to come in and prove it. So he's one of those prove it guys. So that's the one with this article I agree with Deshaun Elliott. What you got, LL?
Yeah. I think. Well, let me say this. I think that the competition is good across the board. So it could breed or bodes well for us in the end. But yeah, I think, and I'm not even sure. Like you said it, and we've heard people say it, but I'm not even sure that Deshaun Elliott was brought in to be a starter anyway. So I'm not so sure if that's his job to lose. So that's the only one. I don't mind. I wasn't that familiar with Malcolm Rodriguez, so I don't. If he steps up and takes that spot, good for him. I think that'll be better for us. If that's how it shakes out. I would like to see Derek Barnes step in, or at least be one of the starting linebackers. But whomever, man, whatever's clever, I think that either of those young men is going to go out there and do what they need to do in the middle.
Yeah,
and
what you got, Coach Young? Because you didn't tell us what you thought about that.
You can go. Yeah, I did. But you know what? I do see in the very near future, sometime this season, that Kirby Joseph is taking that spot. Okay. I do think Anzalone later on in the season will get that spot taken. He'll get moved to will linebacker because that's just more where he's more comfortable at. That's our fault for having that guy play in a position like Mike linebacker that he's not suited for, like to Whitehead putting. So that's who I steadily compare him to. So, in Big V, I don't think he's going anywhere. That's Sue's boy. He ain't going nowhere. Paying that $7 million, bro.
Now looking at the depth chart. Now I read this yesterday over there at Prowl of Detroit. Look at the in-depth chart they have post rookie mini camp that they had this weekend. Go check it out. They have the Lions playing with only 2 linebackers and having us pretty much in the sub package. So they only have us really starting 2 linebackers with Derek Barnes and Alex Anzalone. But we'll see how that works out. Yeah. They're saying the 4 down lineman package will be more, where it's just the 4 down linemen, and then you have, maybe I don't think it's quite a set of 4-3, but a sub package where we're playing most of that a nickel, for the most part this season. All right, man. All right, so
4-2-5.
Yeah, 4-2-5. That's what they have us playing.
We played there last year. I don't like that against the run. That's just not a good defense against the run at all.
Depends on now. The one thing that can help is if you have 3. To me, that you have the third safety on the field and you have one playing up toward the line. Where you can. That's where Deshaun Elliott can make his money. Earn that spot where he plays up toward the line, and he's saying he is the wrecking ball up there at the line of scrimmage playing the run. So it's going to be interesting to see what they're going to do with the personnel. But if you like the video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so for already, because what you're waiting on, man, be a part of the Prowl Nation family. We on that march to 4K. So what I always tell y'all, man, if you haven't done so already, get on the bus, Gus, get on this train, Wayne, get on this ride, Clyde, and click the subscribe button and join us on this journey to 4,000 subscribers. Now it is time for my favorite segment of the show. I missed this thing on Monday. Woo-wee. It's time for the comment cards, baby. All right, first up, we got the Dr. Detroit. He says, if the Lions win 5 to 7 games, it's 100%, 20% improvement. Excuse me. I'm hoping for 8 and 9 or 9 and 8 season with this schedule. Next season will be super hype with Aaron Rodgers on IR. We have much room to build and add talent. Fun times. Good job. I appreciate that, Dr. Detroit.
Right. Thank you for that comment, Dr. Detroit. Grandier12 has a question for us. He says, question, Curt, Coach Mike Jones, who and LL, which games to you, if any, are revenge games for the Lions in 2022? Which are your prove-it games for the Lions? Are there any games to each of you that fall into both categories? Lastly, let's hear which non-divisional games you're most excited about heading into 2022 NFL season. Thanks, fam. Well, to give mine revenge games, all of them, because I want to kick all of their ass. Probably not gonna shake out that way, but especially like a team like Philadelphia, I really didn't like that they just didn't run the ball at all. Like they was just trying to figure some shit out, and then they played us. And they was like, all right, well, we're gonna play like a football team this week. So that's my revenge game if I got one. What was the other? What else did he say? Prove it games. The Packers, man. I wanna beat them both times, but play them as hard as we can both games. And non-divisional game, I'm going with the Jags, man, because I like that. I don't think it's like a rivalry, but I like that little rivalry, Lions and Jags type deal. So I want to play the Jags, and I like the talent that the Jags got over there. What y'all think?
Okay, the LL choosing the bottom feeder bowl.
Right.
For
Scavenger bowl.
Looking at these, of course, the division game. I think really for me, the revenge game is that Bears game at Chicago, at Soldier Field. I think we just had some stupid stuff that happened. I think we could beat them at Soldier Field because you look at that game. I know we lost that game at the very last second. So that's my revenge game. Revenge for on the road against the Packers and the Vikings. Those are my revenge games. Non-divisional games. I think the measuring stick against the Buffalo Bills. That's what I'm looking for. That Thanksgiving game. You know, they coming in the Ford Field, see if we can catch them dudes sleeping. You know what I'm saying? Catching them looking past us, especially at that time of the season. So those are my games right there that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, my revenge game is the season opener, man, against Philly. You know,
they were disrespectful when they came in the Ford Field last time.
they just straight disrespected us, like, you know what I'm saying? So we got to see how we match up, you know, from last season, you know, right out the gate, bam. And then the game that's really non-divisional game is the test Thanksgiving when we got Buffalo. That's the true test. The Buffalo comes in as the #1 ranked team in the NFL. So to see where we match up, you know, halfway through the season or a little more than halfway through the season, that's a true test to show you where you are as a franchise in your building process.
Yep, I feel you. Yes, sir.
All right, so we go on to Michael Lewis' comment. I like the schedule. Like Coach Jones said, it's about time. I know it, man. If we play the same attitude we did last year, there are 3, maybe 4 games they will steal. I have them going 10-7. Oh shit, his cup 3/4 full. But they have to play for each other, not for themselves. I agree. Time for them to become one. Thank you, Michael Lewis. I agree with you a little bit.
I'm feeling that. You know what I'm saying? Tony Blumenshine for the show says, do you guys have any news on Jeff Okudah, how he's been doing and his rehab? Great show. Go Lions. Okay. Tony Blumenshine. I did check out some videos of him working out. The latest update that he is at the workouts right now, the off-season workouts in Detroit. He's doing some things. He's still limited because he's still in recovery. You won't have any media availability for him. How it usually works, especially still during the off-season, guys that are still listed on the injury report don't get media availability. So it's usually one of the things that they don't go ahead and push those guys out there just because of the fact that they don't want that media asking them about the injuries. So they don't let them, you know, talk to the media. So I think that's what's going on with him right now. You know, man, Amani Royer said, man, you talking trash about my boy, mind your business, stay in your lane. AO, we're going to talk trash because he's number 3 pick, but you know what I'm saying? This is how it's going to go, man. But what you got, LL? I mean, it is what it is, brother.
Right. Marcus Robinson says, what up, though, peoples? The competition is about to be crazy. Up-tempo offense and good defense. Go Lions. Yes. Yes.
All right. Lion Nor douchebag. Yeah, what's going on? 7-9 wins is a reasonable expectation this year and shows the progress we should be looking for in year 2. I agree. Anything above that is a bonus. And the AFC and the NFC North and the NFC in general is weak enough that we could still contend for a wild card spot. Okay. Playoffs shouldn't be the expectation though, unless you're a true
master masochist. Yeah, she's a wordsmith.
You get into that keyboard typing now.
Mhm.
Okay, who thrives on disappointment, which may be the most of the Lion fan base. Come to think of it, what the hell? Lions will be a 2020 Super Bowl champs. And she's talking just, and I guess in sarcasm toward that. You know what? Hey man, it's good to have a little bit of hope being flowing through your veins. It's not good to always be down and negative about your team. But being realistic, I get you, Lionor. Thank you and if you like this content, like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video, and help us get this content out to more Lions fans just like yourself. So what you got up next, Curt?
All right, so it's time for my favorite segment of the show. It's time for Dessert with your man Curt, brought to you by Delightful Bites, custom and cookies and desserts for any occasion. If you like how they look, you'll love how they taste. If you're going to the other cakes, you can go over to check their stuff out. Not the ones on LL's page, but some tasty morsels. You can go ahead and check it out over on Delightful Bites on Facebook.
What kind of cakes is it there, Curt?
Hey, we talk about the edible dessert cakes that they have over there at Delightful Bites. Delightful Bites, get your cookie on. All right, so the Lions this season will be going to more up-tempo. Dan Campbell says, hey, man, the Lions will be more up-tempo. We talked about what we talked about in the comment cards. He said the Lions spent too much time trying to huddle. And he said, we want to pick up the pace. I don't think it's going to be a true no-huddle offense, but it'd be one of those things where you have multiple plays called before you get up to the line of scrimmage, and it is going to go. They're going to pick up the pace. And it said they're going to keep the defense pretty much off guard. So he said he wants to pick up the tempo, where you got some of those where you just have those scrum huddles where they just make sure they reinforce the play call and get them to the line and going. So, that makes it harder for this defense to set what they're doing against their matchups against the offense. So, and then you can run multiple sets as long as you come out and you have those scripted plays. It's definitely is a disadvantage to the defense where you're lining up and you're going out there and you keeping the pace at a fast pace. And I like that. I think we did play a little slow last year. And Dan Campbell said, we're going to pick this thing up. He says, now, one thing he did say, they asked him who's going to be calling the plays. He said, I'll make you a promise. Myself or Ben Johnson will be calling plays this season. So I like that from MCDC, man. But I liking that. Go ahead, man. I like what you're doing, MCDC. I'm picking up what you're putting down, brother. So that's your dessert with your man Curt, brought to you by Delightful Bites, custom cookies and desserts for any occasion. Like I said, man, if you like how they look, you'll love how they taste. If you just want to go ahead and drool all over your keyboard and your phone, go on over to Instagram or TikTok and put in Delightful Bites, man, and check out those tasty morsels over there on that page, man. Go ahead and hit her on the email if you do that thing. Email her at delightfulbites18@gmail.com. Delightful Bites, man. Go ahead and get that cookie on. It's time to go on over to that wall of fame, baby. First up, we got my man Detroit Drew. We got Bo Gagaris, Jimbo G, or Q with David Anderson, depends on the day of the week, and Smoking Jeremy B is on our bronze members. You know what I'm saying? And the king of everything, he's the everything king, man. Go over there and check out his coverage of the lottery last night for the Pistons. So go over there and check him out. He's over in LNU as well. Then we got silver members. We got my man Nomis J, John Martin, Gold Lions, Mr. Scotty the Bear, Shannon Pack, and my man Henry Wallace to run our silver members. Gold members meeting. The meeting is today, 3 p.m. We got Mr. Reliable Michael Huck, Third Tornado, Turner C. Burley's in the building, Random Flag 606, North and Ken, Paul Jerose is in the building, and then you have Lady Lionor of Deucebagia holding it down, using those big words on the keyboard. Man, masochist, that's what I'm talking about. And the doctor, Dr. Detroit, he is always in. You become a member of the Wall of Fame. Click that join now button in the description. Now it is time for final thoughts. What you got, my man LL Cool Tones? What you got for the final thoughts for today's show?
As usual, I'm going to keep it nice, short, and sweet. Happy Wednesday. Be kind. Find some dollar coins today.
All right. For this Wednesday, I forgot to mention something that happened a little while ago, and that is a big shout out to our quarterback, from this past season, Isaiah Grabowskis. He is knee deep in the QB competition right now. He already graduated about a month ago, like soon after spring break, and he went off to college because the senior quarterback graduated. So now the sophomore and Isaiah are in a QB battle competition, so he could start as a true freshman. I forgot which college he was, a Division II school, but he is in a QB competition, and I'm gonna tell you right now, that boy running 4.5 40. Okay, he's squatting 400 pounds. He benching 300 pounds. Man, that boy a monster out there. So shout out to Isaiah Grabowskis in that QB competition. Good luck, man, and hopefully you come out with that job.
Okay.
Where is this at? Where's this at?
He says in college.
I can't remember the school.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, it's college. Yep, it's college. Yep.
All right. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You know what day it is, man. It is a hump day, baby. My final thoughts for today's show is, you know what I'm saying? Just, drink the Kool-Aid and the hopium with a little bit of caution. I'm not saying I ain't trying to crap on nobody's parade, but you know what I'm saying? Let's be realistic, people. You know what I'm saying? We have to look at it. We're only year 2 into this bill. It's only year 2. And we ain't quantum leaping into year 4 or 5 where, where I think the Lions will be competing for a Super Bowl and competing for the playoffs. So you give it a couple more years, man. Let's pump the brakes. I know the national media is loving us, but pump the brakes just a tad bit, man. I ain't telling you to be hopeful. I'm just saying do it with caution. Because like I said, then you get your heart broken and you be blaming the team again. Oh, the Lions broke behind again. Nah, man, you jumped the gun, brother. So let's calm that down. All right. So you know how it is, man. It's Wednesday. The grind is getting a little bit hard. You know what I'm saying? The work's getting a little bit tough. But I can always say, man, if you're getting a little overwhelmed, you know what I'm saying, getting a little bit of, flustered at work, go ahead, take a step back, take a deep breath, and don't be afraid to ask for help. Asking for help is not a weakness, it's a strength, because that you having a weakness in the area is definitely shows is as a strength. So, man, I look forward to working with you guys, man. Your man Curt still trying to do some big things, doing a master's degree, getting this doggone diabetes number, blood sugars coming down. So we're going to beat these things, man. We're going to do some big things, man. So I appreciate all the well wishes you guys have given me. And this journey is just starting. We're going to come off this insulin. We're going to get these grades up, and we're going to do some big things going forward. So you know what you got to do. Whatever you do in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, LL and Coach Mike, this is Curt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon. We love you, Jim.